Hello everybody, welcome back to WhatCulture Gaming. I'm Rich, joined by the king of hairspray himself, Mr. Josh Brown.
Hello.
And we've got a couple of bits and pieces to talk to you about today in terms of gaming news. Now, first things first, Gears 5 launched a couple days ago, 3 days ago, Tuesday. And it seems to be a pretty damn good game.
Well, me and Scott Tilford keep coming to blows over this, but I think it's really good. The community seems to be embracing it. You know, you might all agree that the campaign mode itself does all the right things. It's gone open world, but you know, it's a very satisfying mode. It's Gears, and it's nice to have Gears back at the top of its game.
Quite literally at the top, because over the week, Xbox players and people have said that it has knocked Fortnite off the most played list on Xbox Live, or just the Xbox One in general. Knocked them off after 12 months at the top,
crazy.
Apparently. GTA Gears 5 has just completely flattened the Xbox landscape, and that is amazing news.
Absolutely, especially because it seems like it's kind of, you know, Games Pass that's given it that push. Even though a lot of people were obviously excited for the new Gears of War game, I feel like it's got even perhaps lapsed fans back into, you know, giving it a go, wanting to give it a go, because the barrier for entry isn't like you don't have to pay $60 to play the game. Microsoft have been running this excellent promotion where you get 1 month of Ultimate Games Pass, or 2 months for either $1 or $2, and that's how I actually play the game. I have been waiting to try Games Pass for a long time now, yet I haven't had that big title that's really sucked me in, and this was it. This was the push I needed to actually subscribe, and whether or not I keep my subscription is yet to be seen, but I certainly bloody enjoyed playing Gears 5, the Ultimate Edition no less, with all the extra bells and whistles, and I've been loving it, and I feel like I might be a Games Pass believer now, Rich.
I think that might be the case, because like Games Pass has been around for like 2 years now, I want to say. It's been around for a while, it's maybe not had that massive draw, even though we've had loads of games that are coming out like straight to Games Pass. Look at E3 last year, look at E3 this year. It's always like, hey, there's a new game coming out, it's coming to Games Pass, and Gears 5 was the first one to be really, really big when they released Ultimate. Gears Pass? I'm losing the spot. Games Pass Ultimate, and dropping it down to $1 or $1, depending on where you are. Bringing loads of people in. For me, I got into Games Pass a couple of months ago at E3 when they announced Game Pass for PC.
Yes.
And they turned around and said, hey, we're doing it for PC now as well. The library isn't as big as it is on the Xbox One, but it's still pretty vast. And I started it for $1. It's like, I think it's still only like $4.99 a month, not even that on PC.
It's not really expensive.
It's nuts. And I've been playing Forza Horizon 4. And it's fantastic. I mean, I need to download loads. There's so much stuff on there. But it's like I need to go in and actually have a good delve. But Games Pass has been such an incredible success for Sony and Microsoft. And
Richard is losing
I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I'm just excited about Games Pass, Josh. It's been fantastic for them, and the fact that they're really taking it in their stride to do this more and more, take the big launch title and put them straight on Games Pass, because they know that so many people are looking at that versus, as you say, paying $60 to buy the game physically or just the actual license for the game digitally. It's fantastic. I'm looking forward to playing Outer Worlds on Games Pass when that comes out, because I'll be playing it on PC, obviously. They released it on Epic, and it's like, oh no, it's on Epic. Ah, dang it. And then when I was downloading Horizon 4, it was like, oh, you can play Outer Worlds. It's like, oh, can I? No money for Epic then. So I can play it on Games Pass, and it's fantastic. I would get to play the Master Chief Collection when that comes out on PC as well. There's so much stuff that's coming out that you can, again, the barrier for entry is so low now. There's so much stuff I can now try without having to pay the premium to get in.
We were talking before we started filming about how you were thinking about going back to the other Gears of War games and starting to play them, because obviously, even though 2 and 3 aren't on the PC edition yet, you have the Ultimate Edition of Gears of War 1, which is exactly what I downloaded immediately after finishing Gears of War 5. I love that Games Pass has this huge library. I was scrolling through it, and obviously I only signed up with the intention of, you know, having 1 month to play Gears 5, but I was looking at every single title on there, and the fact that I can just download it and have it ready to go on to like the next game as soon as I could finish the last is awesome. And I was just sort of picking out and making a list of all the games I would want to play on next. They've just added Devil May Cry 5, which I've yet to play. They obviously have all of the Gears games, which I want to go through again. They've got the last Tomb Raider game, and I just feel like it is just such good value.
It's almost too good to be true, I think. Like, it seems really peculiar that they let you download them, because obviously Game Pass originally didn't let you do that. I think it originally streamed, and then they said, yeah, you can download it, and it just works. It's fantastic.
Channeling your inner Todd Howard there.
It just works. It just works. No. Suggestions for Game Pass. Play Vermintide. It's on Games Pass.
You know what?
Vermintide 2 is on Games Pass.
I was watching your Twitch stream and I was actually quite convinced by it.
You should play it. It's really, really good. But yeah, Games Pass is brill.
Yeah.
Like, let us know in the comments whether you actually are using Game Pass. If you haven't yet, this is probably the best time to pick it up. You can get it for really, really cheap. You can play Gears 5. You can play Forza. You can play literally anything. There's so much to play. It's ridiculous.
What I will say is, I wonder how this is benefiting Microsoft in a way, because obviously, you know, they get the subscriptions in, but I wonder how that, you know, fares up against regular video game sales, because obviously the Gears of War Ultimate Edition is top of the Xbox store at the minute, but I wonder how much that translates into profit for Microsoft. I wonder if this is going to be, you know, a long-term success for them. I really hope so, but, you know, we don't really have the data. This is a very new thing in the world of gaming.
I mean, like I said, it's been a couple of years already, but I think it's one of those things where, like, with that, they can, because Gears 5, I don't know whether it's got any like massive microtransactions in game purchases sort of thing. It does.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because with this subscription service, they can just have that subscription, it rolls, and people keep paying it. It's, you know, it may not be as much as like a million people buying the game at $60 like full out, but if they've got like 2 million people paying a $5 a month, and that's coming in every single month, they're going to make up that same amount of money relatively quickly, and because they've got it on PC and Xbox, and they've also got Ultimate, which isn't it Games Pass for Xbox, PC, and Gold?
Yes, and you get the Gold online subscription in there as well, which is just
which I think a lot of people might go for. I mean, I personally, I've just got a PC. I don't have an Xbox, but if you do have both, then you know they're well away. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Daniel Ahmed, a games industry sort of analysis, said that, you know, Gears itself led to a lot of new signups, which, you know, maybe that like offsets potential, you know, profit loss from actual game sales. But it sounds really good. I like it. I think you guys should give it a go, at least to play, you know, Gears 5, because I will never stop singing its praises. But we need to move on to another hotly anticipated sequel, because, Rich, there's been more news about whatever the hell Batman game WB Montreal is working on. Because actor Roger Craig Smith, who played Batman in the Arkham Origins game, recently tweeted that he is super bummed to not be working on anything that I can't tweet about right now, because I can't violate an NDA for something that I assure you does not exist and isn't a video game.
That's so cheeky. I bet their PR firm, they're going, oh God, what is he doing?
Well, obviously everyone assumed that, you know, this might be a link to the next Batman game, and then flames were added to that fire, Rich, because the Warner Brothers PR manager, Gary Mirianow, I hope I'm saying that, replied to the tweet and said, "Your publicist thanks you and promises we'll let the cat out of the bag reasonably soon."
Ooh,
obviously putting two and two together.
Interesting.
Could this be the Court of Owls Batman video game that has been rumored for a long time? I don't know. I'm sick of waiting for this game, to be honest. I just want it to be real, and hopefully reasonably soon doesn't mean like 3 years, 2 years.
I mean, we've got the Xbox, whatever it's called, their Xbox convention thing, XO, something like that. I think. That's happening down in London in I think it's mid-November. I think.
Okay.
So it could be happening there. We're assuming we're getting a PlayStation experience this year as well. If they went to E3, we don't know. It could be then reasonably soon. Could be within, because I mean that's within the next like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean you'd hope so.
It could be a lot sooner than you might think, and that gets people very excited for the Batman games. We know Ewan's been like itching for a new Batman game.
All I'm saying is we've got the Game Awards at the end of the year,
and that Game Awards there. How could I forget the Game Awards? Unless they turn around and go, oh, it's actually a Tokyo Game Show and it's happening right now.
Oh no, the news is already out of date.
Speaking of things that aren't out of date, though, and actually very, very in at the moment, the Modern Warfare beta is happening as of, I think it's almost right now, actually.
Right
I think people were streaming it last night, I could see. And people are very excited for Modern Warfare. I'm kind of skeptical at the moment, but the reason why this has come up in the news is because not only is the beta apparently really, really good fun, I saw a guy get a nuke for the first time. He went absolutely mental, it's fantastic. Typical Activision, with Call of Duty as it has been for World War II, as it was for Black Ops 4, it was a case of, oh, there's no microtransactions in there on launch. We're going to put them in a bit later because, oh, they're not ready yet. It's blatantly to get past the review period.
They do this every time.
They do this every single time. But
expecting us to buy it.
People were playing it on, I'm guessing it was on PS, I think it's only on PS4 at the moment, and it seemed to be that the microtransaction store, the supply drop bit of all the menus actually managed to leak into the game, and people have managed to find it, and they've seen bits and bobs saying, common loot box and COD points and all this sort of thing. So people are, you know, suitably outraged, but also not really surprised because this is just how Call of Duty works now. Now, for me, I need to know in like how they're going about putting these things in, because in my opinion, World War II did it really well.
Well, it's funny you should mention World War II, Rich, because in the past that rumors have suggested that that's the sort of approach they're going to take to Modern Warfare. It's going to be closer to World War II rather than Black Ops 4. For me, it's again, I don't like that they're there at all, but it's all in the messaging, and at this point, you know, any Activision game is going to have loot boxes and microtransactions. And I feel like if they're just upfront about it, I don't like it when it's sort of hidden in a beta or hidden from critics at launch. I hate it when it just sort of, you know, trickles through in the weeks following the game's release, and then the people who are already invested feel like, oh, okay, we've got this entire new system, but I'm already invested in the game. I put, you know, tens of hours in it. I might have prestiged already, and now I feel like I need to, you know, get the good stuff from the supply drops. I don't know. We'll see how it's handled. I suppose it is no surprise, but it's still kind of sucks.
It does. I mean, like I said, World War II had a microtransaction system that wasn't terrible. I didn't hate it. To be honest, I was quite happy with it. Like, I look back at that game and don't see the fact there were things that were locked behind boxes I couldn't use. Yeah. I really, really, really liked World War II, especially going back to it. And it's like, God, I didn't not appreciate it as much as I do now after playing Black Ops 4, which then got very, very predatory with their microtransactions. I always talk about the fact that there's stuff in Zombies that is locked away behind the multiplayer stuff, and it's like, this is annoying, this is terrible. So I'm happy that they want to go that way. I don't know how the microtransactions worked very well in Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare, that's the
I don't know how
I played the least.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how they worked in that, but if it's more like World War II, that's fine. But you know, it is coming. It was a given. So the fact that people are outraged, yes, I get it. People are still boycotting the game as much as they said, oh, the DLC is going to be free. It means they're going to dial the in-game purchases up to 11. Yeah. But again, it depends on how they go about doing it, which is, you know, I hope it doesn't taint what could potentially be a really, really good Call of Duty game.
This is what always sucks, man, because I always feel like, you know, these microtransaction processes, they're always kept in the dark, and the developers are obviously asked about them, and they can sort of never actually openly talk about them. They always say, oh, we're waiting to reveal them later on down the line. We're not ready to talk about them.
We're still working on them.
We're still working on them, and it's like, come on, guys. People know they're coming. Just tell us about it. Let us prepare. And I know you don't want to scare off, you know, launch day customers or whatever, but
that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
They're hiding it. It makes it even worse for them.
Just give us some transparency, please. Please.
Yeah, just let us know how it's going to be. Just put it in on launch. Like, it may. To be honest, the reviews might be fine. Yeah. But you know, they don't know that. But it's like so many people went back on Black Ops 4 and said, this is garbage. Why are you doing this? Because I mean, I reviewed Black Ops 4 last year and gave it a good review. And now I can't bloody stand it, because it's such a crunched up, like, monetized bag of crap. That's been crunched to hell because they're now having to work on the Call of Duty next year.
It's not a way to build a community. Obviously, these games now survive on like their long-term success. It's not all about the first weekend sales anymore. But then these practices put off that community in the first place, and you can't sustain it for that long because you keep introducing new in-game purchases and you keep locking things behind walls, and then that just makes people drop off instead of, you know, giving them more reasons to invest, which sucks.
And it's a shame. But you have to let us know down in the comments section below whether you're excited for Modern Warfare, whether this is making it more concerning for you. I mean, if you're like us, we've been expecting this the whole time. It's Activision, it's Call of Duty. It was going to happen. Now, if you feel really, really ambitious, you could go and sue Activision for putting this in, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Probably not.
Probably not the best idea to sue the gaming industry. You can find out more about that later on today at 5 p.m. because there's a list going up about celebrities suing the industry and not getting very far. So look forward to that. But otherwise, this has been WhatCulture Gaming. Thank you very much for watching. I have been Rich.
I've been Josh.
Let us know in the comment section down below whether you're going to get on Games Pass, whether you're excited for Court of Owls, and whether you're going to boycott Modern Warfare. I'm still not sure yet.
No, I'm not either.
Either way, have a great day. Have an amazing weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Cool.
Me neither. Me neither. Me neither.